And now we'll have some reminiscences by a good and longtime friend of the Carr family, Mr. Dalton Yancey.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be with you this afternoon. During the 1930s, my grandfather was a member of the Presbyterian Church in Umatilla, near the south end of the Ocala National Forest. That little church was about broke. It was during the Depression. They didn't have a preacher, and they were looking for a new preacher. And they happened to come across Archie Carr in Savannah, Georgia, and were able to convince him to come to a broke church. And he came, and he brought his family. And one of the things they found out about Preacher Carr when he was unloading his stuff in the Presbyterian manse, that he was really wanted to come to Central Florida because he was an avid outdoorsman, a hunter and fisherman, and he liked to duck hunt. Because as he was unpacking his stuff, a duck decoy fell out of his baggage. My grandfather and Dr. Carr built cabins in the Ocala National Forest that were about a mile or two apart on the shores of a little lake called Lake Nicatoon. And the Carr family used that cabin for years to hunt and fish and just get out of town. Now, I don't know how many of you know how big Umatilla is, but it has one stoplight. And so they wanted to get out of the urban area of Umatilla and go out to the woods, where they hunted and fished. But when they went out there, they took their family with them. And they built a small 15-foot by 20-foot cabin out there that the Carr family used for many, many years. They built it in 1938. Over time, the family quit using the cabin, and it fell heir to one of the boys in the family. Archie's younger brother, Tommy Carr, who was an astrophysicist at the University of Florida. Both Archie Carr, Professor Carr, and Professor Tommy Carr both taught at the University of Florida. And Tommy gave that, what was left of the cabin and the 46 acres, to the United States Forest Service, that it would be preserved and that hopefully a scrub jay habitat would be created to bring the scrub jay back into that area. When an archaeologist from the United States Forest Service went out there to take a look at the cabin, he remarked that he had never seen a structure that old still standing. And we were able to find out and bring out a restoration carpenter, and we asked him if he could rebuild it. And he said, "Rebuild what?" But we were able to raise a little money. We restored the cabin. And right now you can look and learn more about the cabin at carfamilycabin.com, where it will tell you a lot about not only Archie Carr, but the Carr family as they grew up and got to know the outdoors and got an appreciation for nature and outdoors in Central Florida. Three of my board members are here today. Chuck Carr, who just spoke with you, and Dr. Peter and Sybil Pritchard, who are here going to speak later. And we are appreciated being invited. We want to associate with you because we want to do the same thing that you want to do, and that is to preserve the legacy of the Carr family and the great things that they've done for the state of Florida. It's a pleasure to be with you.